Mixing time, mixing time. It is James mixing time, mixing time, mixing time. Now it's Ben's turn. Mixing time, mixing time. It is Ben's mixing time, mixing time, mixing time. It is James' turn. Good morning. We are starting the day with mixing up some zucchini bread that we're going to ferment for later. Also, our friend last night dropped off pears from her mom's tree. So we have pears there, pears here. These are the need to be cut up immediately pears, and more pears here. So that's pretty exciting, and that's what we're going to be starting on today. A lot of these, they're pretty hard, so it's not an emergency. However, I'm planning to can most of them, and it's best to can pears when they're still firm because it keeps them from getting mushy in the jars. So we're just going to work little by little at this project as we go through our day today. Good morning! You getting a good view out here? So I have a crazy story to tell you about what happened to us over the last few days. We've had a very strange and intense couple of days. And I'm going to tell you all about that, but right now I need to get out and get my kids started on their morning. We're going to start with Bible, our family subject, and get them started on their morning jobs after that, and then I will check back and tell you this crazy story. We just came in from outside. We were looking for birds in our woods because we're filling out the bird watching notebooks from the curriculum that we're going through with the good and the beautiful.
I was getting a drink of water and I
So, oh, bummer. So currently I am sitting here. We've enjoyed this so far, but I had water spilled on my book and didn't realize it, and it sealed together all of the edges. Thankfully, just the edges. So I am sitting here and peeling apart every single piece of paper. I'm in the living room, every piece of paper, having to pull apart like that. So frustrating. I know you know how I feel, moms, if you've ever had this happen to you. But the show must go on, and so I'm peeling them all apart. And as I'm peeling them apart, I'm getting a sneak peek of everything that we get to do in the future. Some of the pages are more stubborn than others. So, okay. Some kids wrote in their journals this morning. That's how we started the day. Silas is still finishing that up because he had a lot he wanted to write about. Little ones got excited about looking for birds, so they're still outside. Samuel's looking something up. Yes.
We showed the camera on my silver dollar coin. Right?
Yes. Yeah, we told them about your silver dollar coin. So while I have a minute before they come back in, let me try to tell you about our crazy week. So Thursday, we went to some friend's house. Well, Jason and the kids went first. I stayed here with the three youngest so that I could give the kids naps. They went first because Jason was helping my friend's husband to tear down this old barn so that they could rebuild. So I was going to bring some dinner along. She had some things we were, making things together to share for dinner, and we were just going to spend the evening together after they worked on that. So Jason and the 7 oldest kids were there. And I was actually just buckling the little ones in the truck to get ready to head over when he called that my friend's husband had fallen from the roof and was on his way to the emergency room. It turns out that he fractured his shoulder and his hip, and he ended up having to have hip surgery the next day. So this was Thursday. So Thursday, because the 2 of them left, their kids stayed at home, and so we stayed there that evening, fed the kids, and we just stayed with them until they were ready for bed.
they have a teenager who's really responsible, like Bella. So, you know, she was able to take care of them for putting them to bed and sleeping, but I just didn't want to leave them there in the evening without mom and dad being worried. So we hung out there till late. So Friday morning, we were a little out of sorts. Of course, my kids are still kind of worried because they had seen the accident and, you know, it's kind of an unsettling thing. Friday morning. Plus, we had stayed up late, so we were just a little out of sorts in the morning. And I get up and I look at my phone, which I shouldn't have done so early. And I see that a woman was trying to message me all through the night from a few hundred miles away, saying that she believes that the cockatiel that landed at our house was hers. And she had pictures and videos, and at first glance, they did look just alike, but I kept thinking, like, that would be really incredible for this cockatiel to come hundreds of miles. So I didn't really have time to process it, to think about it, because, like, I'm trying to deal with kids, and she's messaging me so fast. I'm also trying to, you know, check in with my friend, because her husband's getting ready to go into surgery, and just checking on all of that. It was just like a chaotic mind morning. And the woman was obviously like really worked up because she's probably really missing her bird and was very hopeful. So she started getting really probably anxious because I wasn't responding much because I was dealing with so much here that hopping on Messenger wasn't on my priority list. And so she was feeling so strongly about it. She wanted to come here and meet the bird. She was starting to kind of accuse me that it would be theft if I wasn't willing to meet with her. It was just like my head was spinning. In the middle of this all, my mother-in-law came over to bring me some tomatoes, and her sister. They both came over to bring us tomatoes. Benjamin cut his hand. The back door.
I made a walking stick.
Our back door. Yeah, Silas made her a cool walking stick. Our back door shattered. Got something hit it, and it shattered. Jason was gone because he was picking up a lawnmower from his uncle's on his uncle's old trailer, which ended up, I'm telling you everything, ended up right when they got home. Praise the Lord. They had pulled up in front of our house when the trailer broke. Can you imagine if that had been done on the interstate?
No, Mom, I think, okay, so it's one of those tip trailers where there's like a little bit, not this much, but a lot more, that it stays the same, and then the rest tips. And he went back with the zero turn before it was, you know, being able to tip. So I think that loosened the weld.
The front axle.
Okay, they have all kinds of information about it. I was not paying attention to that at all because, like I said, I'm dealing with a lot mentally. And in the middle of all of this, I happened to connect with a friend who called me because she had also seen on our channel about a cockatiel showing up at our house and us taking it in as a pet and all that.
Well,
Because
and she
we-
was our CVS.
Okay. So while I'm talking to her, she was the woman with the information. Because at this point, I was just like, I'm looking at the pictures and videos of this woman's pet, and I'm thinking, this doesn't, like, they're very close, but the beak color is different. And to me, that seems like a pretty...
Ours was dark.
Ours was dark gray. Hers was light. Plus, she said hers she thought was a male. We thought this one was a female. She said it was very vocal. This one was not very vocal. I mean, just kind of looking at all these things. But I felt like I started talking to the kids like, she feels really, really strongly about this. Maybe we should just give her the bird that we found. So we're talking through all of that. It was emotional. We're talking it through. Meanwhile, my friend, who was a veterinary technician in the past, and actually specialized for a while in bird rescue. Okay, that's who I'm on the phone with back and forth. So I send her all the pictures. So she's evaluating, and she calls me, and she's a very informative woman, like amazing mind. So she is explaining to me the differences, that this is not the same bird, that there are two varieties of cockatiels. And she's talking to me about like the amount of scratches on the feet on each of the two pictures, the beak, different things. She's also asked where the people were from, the different one. Yes, yeah. She said the feet showed that one was older than the other. She had all this stuff, you know, that I don't even remember it all because it was so much coming at me at once. She also looked at the area that the people lived in, that their bird would have come through, and looked at the, what did she call them?
It's about
The weather.
wind draft.
What do you call the draft? Now she's going to have to tell me all over again. But the way that the air currents have flowed over the past month that this bird has been missing, to see if maybe there was a certain draft that would have helped push the bird that great distance here. It didn't line up there. So she's telling me this is not their bird, and she said, I know it's really sad because I know how it feels to lose a pet. And you get to a point that you just want it to be your pet, to the point that you're just like, it is your pet, you know. So Jason offered to talk to them over the phone, calls them, etc., etc. Okay, the day goes on. It just keeps going on. About dinner time. I don't even remember. Okay, we're making dinner that night. Getting it out late because it's just been such an exhausting day. I get dinner out. I look over, and the bird, Pearl we called her, who she likes to be down here around us. She likes to sit on the windowsill and look out the window or go on the kids' shoulders or whatever. I look over and she's not moving. And so we investigate, and she has just laid her head down and died. I mean, we were speechless. It had been such an emotional day of dealing with all this that I don't even think our brains could be like, wait, what just happened? It was so shocking. We were all just standing there. I called Jason because he had just run to the gas station to get fuel. He's like, no, you're kidding me. That's how we felt, just shocked. Now, some of you may not be as shocked, because there were several of you on my last video who had sent me messages saying the bird doesn't look well, the way that she's puffed up and things. We don't know anything about cockatiels, so we didn't know all of these signs because this was brand new to us. But, you know, up until last week, we don't know her story until she came to us. It could have been a long travel. She could have endured a lot of things outdoors. We don't know. We don't know anything about her, only she was really sweet. And we enjoyed the time that we had with her. So, anyway, wow, what a day. So that night, then our pig got out and wallowed in our new sod that we laid down. And I was like, that's it. I am done with this day. Oh, man. It was too much. It was too much. Anyway, Sunday was yesterday, and we had a delightful day. It was.
But tomorrow we're going on FFOT.
Tomorrow's FFOT. That's right. Yesterday was a delightful day. I don't know, it was relaxing. We rested. People read books. It was great. We had a delicious brunch, and it was like a reset. It was a great gift from a stressful few days. And then in the evening is when our friends, that page is really good. In the evening is when our friends stopped by to bring us all the pears. And so the kids got to play a little bit outside with them, and it was really nice. So you see, redemption. I just ripped that whole page right out. This pot must have absorbed a lot more water.
Can they send you an email? I'm sure
it's readable. That's what I was just telling them. Is even though the pages are
I'm not going to be 20 years old.
it's totally readable. So we'll be okay. We'll still keep plugging through. But the nice thing about the days that we did get to spend with the cockatiel is that we were able, so we've observed chickens a lot, and now we were able to observe a different type of bird. And that's just quite a gift since we're studying birds this month and going through this unit. That's really cool. It's a great opportunity that the Lord sent us for a little while to be able to observe a different kind of bird. Yeah, we're not getting a replacement bird. We're good with our farm animals, our dogs, our cats, and
Our wild birds.
our wild birds,
Oh,
our wild
I
chickens,
saw
our wild
a crazy
turkeys.
thing on the way down to the neighbors today. I was going down and the hawk flew over my head. Like, it wasn't very far, probably like, I don't know, like 10 feet over my head. It landed on a branch in front of me. It was like
I thought you were
big
gonna
hawk.
say it landed on your head.
So I got a little video of it. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. What are you doing right now?
Wrapping the feather.
Show them what you're doing. These are the fun, creative things my kids do just when they're sitting around. Wrapping a feather. Can you see that?
Elsie did half of it, and I did the other half.
Also,
But,
creative things. Elsie, show them the
Then
front
it
of your
flew up
journal.
again, too, and so it just kept flying back and forth from the branches and then flew away, which I was like, hawks. But
Right, we have mixed feelings about hawks. Bella also got this idea, and then Elsie did one too. They covered the
Bella
front
helped
of
me.
their
what
journals.
did Elsie?
You did them both.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Here, I'm gonna go get mine.
Go get yours. Show 'em.
Elsie did one. Elsie, you did your little
So the girls actually
Yeah, I did a little one.
rearranged.
Let me get my tiny one that
Okay,
I did.
get yours. So the girls, after the cage came out of their room because Pearl is no longer up there, they decided to rearrange the whole bedroom and put all the beds. Yeah, they did it again. Put all the beds together in a line so that they're together. And we're putting in a window upstairs, a new window. You didn't know about that?
Where?
Yeah. That's cool, Elsie.
Oh, so you could put an
Well,
AC
sure, the
unit.
And here's Bella's that she did.
Put an AC unit.
So neat.
Oh, like a skylight.
Turned out really pretty.
We have the same pattern.
Same pattern but opposite colors.
I have blue, she has pink.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's a really pretty floral
I heard
pattern,
you
though.
ripped out Elsie's bookmarks because you said they didn't match.
Of course they didn't. They
I'm
didn't
the
match.
problem.
They weren't off pink.
Oh, well.
And it's been bad, focuser. Our friend, they are home now. He had to stay in the hospital 2 days. They're home, and so now it's going to be a long struggle to regain mobility. The hard part about this, if you would pray for them, is that he has to work. He has a labor job that he needs to actually physically be able to work to earn money. So they are not going to have an income until his healing is complete, and I think it could be a while. So that's going to be hard. They're a homeschooling family like us, with a homestead and all that. So just, I don't know. I'm going to watch and see how the Lord provides for them. Maybe he'll provide through people we know. But we're going to make a meal and take it over.
We are?
Yep.
Hooray!
Our kids love their kids. They have the
They
sweetest
gave us marshmallows
kids.
last time, Mom.
They have the sweetest kids, and they have so much fun playing outside together. So they're always looking for an excuse to go over there.
How much money is it? $60?
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you do your morning job yet? Now that I'm looking at you, I'm remembering. I'm thinking you
Watch
did.
him do his guilty face. Guilty face. I'm not saying that I did mine, but watch him.
He's mastered the guilty face. Dun dun dun. School time is all done. Bella and I went out to the garden and picked this entire basket full of, sorry Bella, knock that down, full of purple green beans, and so she's been helping chop those up, and we are going to pressure can them. I've been mixing bread for tomorrow. Tomorrow is our monthly family outing day, and I wanted to make sure I had bread ready for that. We have the zucchini bread came out there, and then overall we just need to do cleanup, and Jason will be home soon. So Bella and I, while she was chatting, we were talking about, you know, I've been posting less on the channel because I was just, I don't know, I go up and down with the channel, and sometimes I get burnt out on just picking up the camera all the time. And that's kind of how I was last month. So we were thinking about doing some topic videos. Like Bella had a great idea of 1 week with your sourdough starter, because I do something with sourdough almost every single day, typically every day. And so we thought a video of just following like everything I do for 1 week with the sourdough starter would be fun. So if you have any other topic ideas of videos that you would like to see, maybe that'll help inspire me. I don't know. Bella's trying to help me out. Just like, come on, Mom.